We are traditionally known within the design arena for providing retail design. So we work at all areas of the market. So we would work with kind of very high-end luxury customers such as Mulberry, Burberry, Armani, Harvey Nichols. We also work within the middle market and we work in the value sector as well. And we provide retail interior design. We also provide retail graphic design, which can be anything from packaging to corporate identity to how a product actually looks when it sits on a shelf, how it's priced. And that's one of the key aspects of what we do. We kind of offer a full package. So it's not just a sort of interior design that then somebody has to think about how things are priced. We actually look holistically at the whole part.
My name's Emma Wynne. I'm 27. I'm a middleweight interior designer at 4iv. So my job involves kind of everything really, in terms of beginning of projects, concept work, through to kind of developing design ideas, and then through to completion of the project on site as well.
Been a graphic designer here for about 4 years now. It's a pretty wide-ranging role, from everything from identity and logo design right through to websites and photo shoots. And it's good, it's good.
We felt that there was a big gap in the marketplace for a small, concentrated, kind of very creatively led company. And that's what that was our kind of reason for starting the business. It's very valuable, I think, especially in retail. Retail has advanced, especially in the UK, quite dramatically. It's quite cutthroat in all aspects of the market. Therefore, I personally believe that it's not enough to just provide a great piece of packaging or a great store. I think, a store works when you can see a garment, see how it's priced, see how it's displayed on the shelf, see how it's coordinated with other items that you may buy. It's almost like a science, really. And you have to kind of make sure that you fulfill all of those criteria in order to make it easy for the customer to understand and to purchase. That's really the bottom line.
I suppose kind of an average day, at the moment I'm juggling a few projects, so I would be kind of spend a few hours just catching up with things, responding to queries, making sure everything's running smoothly. I might have a new concept that I need to work on, so I would then maybe spend the majority of the day coming up with some ideas for that. Or I might be working on a kind of drawing package for a more detailed design project, so that would be a kind of day on the computer, working up detailed drawings and things like that. Or it might be going to site, spending the day on site, taking a survey or checking what they've been building, going to see the contractors, anything really, lots of different things.
An average day it does vary depending on what the actual project is, because they're so varied, but generally get in, it's an open plan studio, so sat down with everyone else. It's quite a loud atmosphere and you're there sat at a computer designing, you're on the phone quite a lot, speaking to suppliers, printers, speaking to photographers, making sure that the projects are running smoothly and that everything's coming together, and generally working towards client deadlines and presentations.
One of the best aspects of my job is travel. I do travel constantly all over the world. It sounds incredibly glamorous. It sometimes is, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes you see the inside of an aircraft and the inside of a taxi and the inside of an office.
I enjoyed working here because it's quite an interesting mix of graphics and interiors. The nature of work we do is we do quite a lot of branding, which actually involves a lot from identity design right through to photo shoots and websites, and it's the whole package really. And then also actually seeing that in an interior space, working with interior designers and architects. It's working with other creative people, which is the interesting part really.
Working in the interior design industry is great because there's a lot of variety in your job. It's a very creative industry, but it's kind of not all about thinking of amazing ideas. There's a lot more to it. So I think the interesting thing is seeing something through from the beginning to the end, and really owning a project, and then kind of the feeling of seeing something that you've designed from the beginning to the end and come into fruition is it's very rewarding. I think if someone wants to come and work in the industry, then they obviously they've probably already got an interest in art and design anyway. I would say if they're at a stage where they want to get work experience, I think the best thing to do is to approach people firsthand. Just really not nag people, but just try and get a contact someone you can speak to, and send your CV in and send your work in. And most companies will be happy to give people a chance for work placement, whether it be 2 weeks to a month, if their work looks good.
And then if you look at the other end of the scale, if you look at, say, somebody in a very senior position, the sort of design skills and the creativity is a given in a way. I would expect that to have been developed to a level where I can tick the box. What I would need to look at much more closely is people skills, emotional intelligence, being able to understand clients who haven't necessarily worked in retail for very long and don't understand the process, and to be able to nurture that and work through with that. So you do look for very different things depending on what kind of applicant you're looking for. But in general, you have creativity, the ability to mix with like-minded people.
A lot of it's based on your portfolio and creative side of it, but a huge amount of it's based on personality as well. It's just really getting out there, seeing what companies are doing, seeing what you think you'd like to do, and then going and speaking to those people. It's such a wide-ranging sort of career. You can really do anything you want to. So yeah, get out there and speak to people and see what you fancy.